Hello everyone, I am Jaideep Singh Chahal, and with us we have another Hilux. It's been raining in Punjab and also raining Hiluxes here. So this is a brand new vehicle. It has traveled close to 1600 kilometers to get to us, and we're going to give it a very purposeful makeover. So the vehicle belongs to my friend Nagarjuna from Gujarat, and he also has a specific set of requirements, and 80% of his usage is on the road. He has a lot of highway travel, but bad highways, broken roads, no real off-roading as such, but broken state highways are actually more challenging than a lot of off-road travels that one can have. So this is the new black Hilux. So I think these were launched this very year. This is like the new color variant for Hilux that has just been launched. So mechanically, it's a bone stock vehicle. He had added some bits and bobs here and there. I'll brief you through all of those once, and I'll also explain what plan we have for the vehicle. So this vehicle, what we are actually planning to do is, it'll be again getting the 285/70 R17 Maxxis Razrs on a set of 17-inch 8.5J zero offset method wheels. Again, black, matte black and gloss combination method wheels are going to go on to this vehicle. We'll be getting a PCW stubby bumper for the front and a 12,000 pound synthetic rope winch in the front. So that's the basic upgrade. We'll also do a quantum tune on this one, delete the EGR, and also a diff breather kit, because his travels, he goes through water a lot. He does a lot of water wading, and certain places in Gujarat there's a lot of water standing on the roads. So just to be extra cautious, we're going to do a diff breather kit, and also an AirTech snorkel by TJM. So that's the basic upgrade. One more thing that we'll do is, you might notice these Chinese fog lamps. So we'll be giving it one or two pairs of nice, powerful driving lights. Most probably we'll be going the Baja or the rigid way, or maybe a set of Ironman pods or a bar, but nice, powerful lamps. He had added those lights. He had upgraded the fog lamps to Aozoom brand. So that's about it. A bunch of stuff was already installed. Uh, yeah, sorry, I forgot the main part. So to make the tires and all fit, this is going to get an IM 2.5 suspension. So I think that's like the golden suspension for Hiluxes right now. So a set of upper control arms, the Forge series upper control arms with IM 2.5 by Ironman, comfort coils in the back. So we level it out nicely, and should be taking those 285s really happily. And other than that, a hammer underbody kit was already installed. So the red plate is already installed, and along with that, he's put some window tints. The vehicle also has a nice transparent PPF which is done on the vehicle. I'll also show you a bunch of add-ons that he's already put in the back. So basically, the vehicle already came fitted with the hammer underbody guard and a hammer rear bumper with the toe point. Decent bumper. It has the integrated step in the middle, and a big roll bar. A little too big for my liking, but again, it's a personal choice. So it came with a hammer roll bar. This is the Night Fury model, and it came with this thing. It came with a roller shutter, the electric roller shutter. It comes with its own remote, and it's electronically controlled. You can simply push it back with the press of a button. So it slides back, and also has a tailgate lock. So that's 150 kgs of dead weight. That's what dead weight looks like. When I always tell people to load some weight in the back to have the vehicle driving a little smooth. So we've put these 3 sandbags in the back, and the shutter is actually pretty convenient to use Supposed to be waterproof and operated with a remote. So simple as that, it locks. So if you lock, unlock, the tailgate also locks and unlocks. So simple as that. So the black Hilux from Gujarat, we are finally done with the build. I would call this the phase one of the build. So it has actually come out even cooler than I thought it would look. This is the first time I worked on a black Hilux, and it really didn't disappoint. Uh, a bunch of mods. Uh, some of the modifications were skipped. We had planned for a stubby bumper with a winch. That has been postponed for now. Uh, might go for a full bull bar. Still unable to decide. So we're going to use it like this for now. In another 2 months' time, we are going to add a winch in the front and a couple of other mods that are planned. So I'll quickly run you through all the modifications that have been done. The bifocal Aozoom fog lamp upgrade was already done. Uh, this, whatever this thing is, a very funny looking Aozoom light. These are pretty expensive otherwise. This was already there. So uh, we have gone in for nothing but quality on this build again. Probably my favorite bit and something which will be loved by a lot of people is the way these Baja Xl80s they've been fitted. I totally love these lights. They look very basic and they're like the most surprising, underperformer looking set of lights. The covers are beautiful. We've got the black rock guards. We've gone in for the spread spot combo. Uh, they produce real time, and I will emphasize on the term real time, uh, 9,000 lumens of light each. So that is like roughly 18,000 lumens of lighting in the front just from these. We've slightly trimmed the grill, but we've tried to go in for a flush fit. Uh, the filters as well, if we need the filters, we can very easily fit the filters. The lights have not been fitted in an in your face fitment. They are very flush and they blend in with the black grill as well. So that for the front. On the side, we've got my favorite, the nicest looking snorkel. This is the front facing TJ Maytech. So front facing TJ Maytech, the thing connects from inside. It's been sealed to the airbox. So very neat fitment. And the wheels are on. We've been testing the car for the last couple of rainy days. We've been throwing it around and getting the suspension dialed in. So the wheels are a little dirty, but thanks to Paya 4x4, we've gone in for a set of 285 70 17 Maxxis Razrs. They are like my new favorite, I would say. Very cost effective, and if you're looking for an alternative to the BFG at a decent price, it's a no-brainer going for these. Again, method wheels, 17 inches, 8.5 zero offset. These are supplied by Advin. The line is just perfect. If you can bring the camera just along the front, the line is just flush with the fender flares. We've not gone in for the beast look again. It looks very, I would say, neat. And on the side, coming to the side now, we have the Pilot Custom Works uh, rock guard, rock slider, ladder, step ladder. You can call it. It's got tons of names. So the rock slider slash side step. So this being very this thing very compact, so it makes the vehicle look very lifted. So the minute we swapped this out, it actually pulled the entire look together, because earlier this roll bar in the back, I'm not a big fan of this roll bar, but it was kind of making the entire look very iffy. But the minute the side step was installed and it started looking a little compact, uh, now this has become tolerable as well. So this profile, the compacted profile, reminds me of the late 90s Hilux Surf, because it used to look like a nice sandwich, because the sitting area is not that high. It doesn't make you feel you're sitting like in a box. It's a very compact height, and it looks like a longish vehicle. So very neat installation for this as well. One of the tail lamps was broken, so what we did was we went in for the smoked tail lamps. They go with the black look. They've got a whole bunch of fancy functions, but once they light up, they look pretty close to the stock tail lamps. So pretty okay. The bumper was already there, the roll bar was already there, the shutter was already there. So that's about it for the rear. And I'll quickly show you the suspension, what we've installed. The IM 2.5, we've got a leveled look. You might find the rear has slightly squatted here. That is because we've got close to 200 kgs of load in the back. So once that goes out and the vehicle has traveled close to 1400 kilometers back home, once the loading area is emptied, it will come and settle to its actual position. So the rear squat is going to go away. Uh, if you can quickly show, we've got the IM 2.5 comfort rated 77A leaf springs with the shocks as well. Very cool looking shocks on the back. And in the front, we've got the Ford series upper control arm, and along with that, we've got the IM 2.5 front damper set with the height adjustable feature. That's about it in this vehicle. It's been again remapped by Quantum. We've got an ECM and a TCU remap done on the vehicle. The EGR is now closed. We've not played around with the DPF or the AdBlue. So Sushant from Quantum Chandigarh, he's done the honors of doing the remap on this vehicle. Doesn't feel loaded or stressed with the upsized tires. Feels very happy and confident. And too early to calculate, but other vehicles who have been remapped, we've seen a jump of half a kilometer to a liter jump in the mileage. Basically, the jump in mileage gets compensated by the dip in mileage, which is given by the bigger tires. So it is like you fit bigger tires, but you don't lose on mileage. So roughly that is the setup. The cosmetic bits, they were all done at Revheads in Chandigarh, thanks to Sachin. And I think that's about it for the build. If you've got any questions or queries, please do let me know. So this is something I've always wanted to record. Good lights, good brakes, and a good suspension. You can never comprehend, or you can never even imagine how good the best can be till you've actually driven, seen, or experienced one. So we're using this opportunity to actually show you the level of difference between the so-called best in the industry Chinese, which is stuff like Aozoom, who are actually charging you a lot, and something which is probably, which needs no introduction, which is Baja, and that too the XL80, which is probably the simplest looking light with crazy output. So what we'll do is I'm going to show you all the possible lights that can work on this vehicle, and we can compare for ourselves. First, we have the headlamp. This is the headlamp in low beam. This is the headlamp in high beam. Looks pretty decent. I don't think anyone can find fault in the power of the headlamp right here. Now we are moving over to the fog lamp. This is the bifocal Aozoom. I think these also have a high-low, but that works with the headlamp if I'm not wrong. But this is just, this right here is just the bifocal 2-inch fog lamp replacement. That, but this is something which I like. This is something which should be done because the stock fog lamps are pretty weak. Uh, After this, now we have the triple projector Aozoom lights. This is the triple projector Aozoom light set. Pretty bright, but till the time you see the Baja working, you cannot actually, understand how bright can really be. So this is the Baja, and now now you see the spread and how soothing the light temperature is, and how well everything is highlighted. It is like a difference between a 720p and a 4K video clarity, I would say. The light is very soothing to your eyes, and it highlights everything very clearly. So if these brands are charging you, it is definitely for something. And what we'll do is we are also going to try the yellow filters, which are supposed to be very good for fog, and we'll get to understand how that changes the light temperature. So now we've installed the yellow filters. These are supposed to be really good for fog. Let's see how the light looks with yellow filters. Okay, so there you go. That is the yellow filter. They should be roughly 3000K, I think, 2500 to 3000K, if I'm not wrong. But pretty solid light, because yellow generally doesn't travel that much. So very well highlighting.